So here we have four numbers a, b, c and d. These four numbers are in geometric progression. So we need to show the two expressions are true. So let's begin with part 1. So in number 1, before beginning, let the common ratio of the geometric progression be represented by the letter r in lower case. Then it follows that our second term, which is b, the b will be equals to the previous term, that's a, multiplied to r. And c will be equals to a times r squared, and d will be equals to a times r cubed. Now, starting from the left hand side of the equation of part 1, so we have b minus c whole squared plus c minus a whole squared plus d minus b whole squared. So this will be equals to, so we have b, in place of b we have ar minus c will be ar squared whole squared plus c minus a, so our c value is ar squared, so we have ar squared minus a whole squared plus d value will be ar cubed minus ar whole squared. So this will be equals to, so if we take ar as the common factor, so we have ar multiplied to 1 minus r whole squared plus, so if we take a as the common factor, we have r squared minus 1 whole squared plus ar cubed minus ar, so that's ar multiplied to r squared minus 1 whole squared. So this can be now expressed as a squared times r squared multiplied to 1 minus r whole squared plus a squared multiplied to r squared minus 1 whole squared plus a squared times r squared multiplied to r squared minus 1 whole squared. Now from each of the terms, we are going to take a squared as the common factor. So we have r squared multiplied to 1 minus r whole squared, so that's 1 minus 2r plus r squared. Plus we have already taken a squared as the common factor, so we have r squared minus 1 whole squared, so that will be r raised to the power of 4 minus 2r squared plus 1. Plus we have r squared multiplied to r squared minus 1 whole squared, so that's r raised to the power of 4 minus 2r squared plus 1. Let's further simplify. So we have a squared multiplied to r squared minus 2r cubed plus r raised to the power of 4 plus r raised to the power of 4 minus 2r squared plus 1 plus r raised to the power of 6 minus 2r raised to the power of 4 plus r squared. Now here we have r raised to the power of 4 plus r raised to the power of 4. So this gets removed. Now we have a squared times r raised to the power of 6 minus 2r cubed. So r squared and negative 2r squared goes away. And then we are left with plus 1. Right. So this is simply a squared times r cubed minus 1 whole squared. Or simply we can rewrite it as a times r cubed minus 1 whole squared, which will be equals to a times r cubed minus a whole squared. Now what is a r cubed? Now that's the fourth term. So a4 minus a, this is the first term. And we have already defined that the first term is d. So we have d minus a whole squared. So this is the expression on the right hand side. Now let's go to the second part. So let's start from the left hand side. So on the left hand side we have a times b. So a times, so b will be a times r plus b times c. So b times c means a times r multiplied to a r squared plus c times d. So c is a r squared times a r cubed whole squared, which is going to give us a squared times r plus a squared times r cubed plus a squared times r raised to the power of 5 whole squared, which is going to be equals to, so if we take a squared times r as the common factor, so we'll get multiplied to 1 plus r squared plus r raised to the power of 4 whole squared. Or simply we have a raised to the power of 4 times r squared multiplied to 1 plus r squared plus r raised to the power of 4 whole squared. Fine. So let's keep this aside and we'll again start from the right hand side. So on the right hand side we have a squared plus b squared plus c squared. So we have a squared, so b squared then will become a squared r squared plus c squared. So c squared will become a squared r raised to the power of 4. This will be multiplied to b squared, which is a squared r squared plus c squared. So c squared will be ar squared whole square. So that will be a squared r raised to the power of 4 plus a squared r raised to the power of 6. Fine. Now here from this expression we can take out a squared as the common factor. So a squared will be multiplied to 1 plus r squared plus r raised to the power of 4. And from this second expression we can take out a squared r squared as the common factor. So this will get multiplied to 1 plus r squared plus r raised to the power of 6. So a squared times a squared r squared. So this is going to give us a raised to the power of 4 times r squared. And we have 1 plus r squared plus r raised to the power of 4 multiplied to itself. So we have 1 plus. So this is r raised to the power of 4. 1 plus r squared plus r raised to the power of 4 whole squared. And here we can clearly see that our left hand side is equals to the right hand side.